You have started as a coach, and these are the questions, if you ask yourself, this is going to be useful to you in developing and enhancing your coaching practice. Remember, these questions are there for your own reflection, which you should be asking yourself. First one, what are your client's primary goals and objectives for coaching? Gaining this clarity within yourself first so that you can ask those questions, and your client also will get a clarity if you are clear about it. Point number 2, what challenges or obstacles that the client is facing currently? Many a times, remember, coaching is a journey from point A to point B. Now, point A is current reality and point B is desired state. So if the client is not clear about their current state, many a times it is complex, it is dynamic. They may be sure about where they want to reach, but where are they currently? It is important that we firmly plot point A in discussion with the client so that you get a clarity and ask better questions. Question number 3, what are your client's strengths and areas of development? Now, client need to strengthen the strengths and weaken the weaknesses so that they can reach where they want to reach, that is point B or goal of the session or journey. Now, this client need to gain their self-awareness through any of the psychometric assessment, any of the 360-degree feedback, or just asking few of their acquaintances and loved ones. But it is important that they are clear about their strengths and weaknesses and also possibly their values. It is going to help them and you going forward. 4, what motivates the client to make positive changes in their life or work? This is a critical question that clients' prime motivating factors are important to be brought out clearly. Why they want to reach where they want to reach. And there are several questions around that which you could ask. Question number 5, how can I create a safe and supportive space for the client to explore their thoughts and feelings? When you create that psychological and emotionally safe space, client becomes vulnerable. Remember, they need to pause, reflect, look inside, and take charge of their dark spots, gray spots, and also white spots. They need to go through the process of reflection and eventually acknowledgement and acceptance of current reality, course corrections that are required, and move into the direction where they want to reach by taking actions. Because if you have provided that safe space, client gets the chance to reflect, and those insights will lead to actions. 6, what powerful questions can I ask to facilitate client self-discovery and insight? Remember, when I say powerful questions, it doesn't mean force. It means that those questions should be empowering the client to look within and lead to self-discovery. Because deeper they look within, deeper the reflections are, better the insights, better the actions. 7, how can I actively listen to clients' words, emotions, and body language? Here, look at Otto Scharmer's work on levels of listening. In that video, he talks about empathic listening, generative listening as level 3, level 4. What is it that you can do to listen to client at a deeper level? And remember, you must listen to what is not being said and learn to listen to emotions and feelings. And also, inquire into body language and their facial expressions changes. Question number 8. What coaching techniques and interventions are most important and appropriate for this client's progress? Remember, You need to apply, although moderately, some tools, techniques which are completely tailor-made to help the client move forward to their discovery process. Could it be polarity management? Could it be some NLP techniques? Could it be appreciative inquiry method? Or could it be anything else? But learn to use them moderately and appropriately, because otherwise it may not help the client the way you want. Question number 9. How can I help the client set actionable goals and create a clear roadmap for progress? I have seen that several coaching conversations are successful in generating plan of actions, but then the actions are not taken because the client has come up with not a very specific or clear action plans. Work with your client to help them determine a clear path of actions between this session and probably the next session if it's a multi-session engagement. And last, question number 10. What is that feedback I can provide to the client to facilitate their growth and progress? Now, this is a tricky thing. After the session is over, seek client's permission to provide them with what you think, if client is willing to look at it. Even during the session also, use biofeedback, neurofeedback, reflect not what you think, but what you see. But after the session is over, and if there is enough rapport, confidentiality and client's consent is there, your feedback for their work during the coaching process would be worth a feedback for the client to build on. Remember, you need to provide feedback based on what you observed, not what you judged. Otherwise, there's a trap of solution in this. So take care of this very, very fragile borderline between the two and reflect on these questions. Happy reflecting, and if you feel that this session discussion was useful, then let us know what you think with your comments. And in case you have liked this, like this video, and also if you think somebody would be benefited, you can share it with them, and also subscribe if you feel like. Thank you and see you next time.